Air Belgium is running out of money. A surprise though, given how overpriced their flights are. So I booked myself on a trip from Brussels to Mauritius to find out how good or bad of an airline they actually are. And after an 11-hour journey on the country's second largest airline, I'm no longer surprised that nobody wants to fly with them.
Is it meant to be cold?
Please join me on a comprehensive review of Air Belgium's flagship
Airbus A330 Neo experience in economy class. Guys, beautiful good afternoon from the heart of Brussels, and today I'll be flying Air Belgium on their brand new Airbus A330 Neo all the way to Mauritius. So let's go to the airport.
Bags packed and ready to head to the airport. I ordered myself an Uber, but the airport is also conveniently connected by rail from all the major stations in Brussels.
Hey, how are you? Not too bad. Going somewhere warm.
Which time you have flight?
Oh, the flight is at 8, so no rush. How long does it take to get to the airport?
30 minutes.
Alright, easy.
Let's fly.
Yeah.
Brussels Airport uses a one-terminal concept, meaning that all the facilities are located under a single roof, and you don't need to worry that you might head to the wrong one.
So here we are at Brussels International Airport. Behind me is the check-in area, which is opening in 5 minutes. And flight is leaving at 9:40 p.m. Also the last flight departing out of Brussels today. Hey, how are you? Yeah, awesome. That's awesome. It's easy. All right, awesome. Thank you so much. You too. Bye. Thank you. So, all checked in for the Airbus A330 Neo experience on Air Belgium in economy class. Let's go to the gate.
Back in 2018, Air Belgium originally started to operate out of Brussels Charleroi Airport, which is in fact a town located an hour south of Belgium's capital and primarily used by budget airlines. This was one of the many poor and sloppy decisions by the airline's management in the past, and eventually Air Belgium relocated to the main airport.
So, just went to B11. The Neo hasn't arrived yet, but in the background is Hainan Airlines, another self-proclaimed 5-star airlines who fell for the Skytrax trap. But also interesting that the world has gone back to normal. No more testing, no more PCR tests, no more need of vaccination. So you can freely travel again, which we all were longing for so long. In China, is still, you still get the whole smash. I mean, even if you're able to score a visa, which is also impossible at the moment, upon arrival you have 3 weeks of hotel isolation with testing, the whole thing. And so I guess none of us, aviation YouTuber, is probably going to get the chance to review any Chinese airlines in the near future. Though they have quite interesting products, you know, they're not too bad, and I've covered a few of them in the past, and yeah, it's quite sad though, because it's such a massive aviation market as well, China. So it would have been nice to do a China aviation tour, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. So guys, and another gem of an airline just arrived, Rwanda Air. Probably a few of you remember my trip on them from Johannesburg to Kigali in 2019. Beautiful, stunning cabin. The hard product was sensational. Really lazy and unmotivated crew, but overall quite a great flight. And then over there, Ethiopian Airlines 350 arrived as well, so it gets kind of busy here in Brussels. And in my opinion, Ethiopian Airlines is the most overrated airline in Africa. I don't know what's so impressive about them. There's a lot of other airlines in Africa that are a lot better than them. However, still eagerly waiting for our plane to arrive. So, and there we go. I located the entire Air Belgium fleet. Both Airbus A330-900 Neos are sitting over there. One of them is a Mauritius to Mauritius, and before that, they were flying two Airbus A340s, which used to fly for Finnair. And also quite interesting, those two birds were meant for Air Berlin, the former German airline. And the story of Air Belgium is quite interesting. They originally started with flights from Belgium to Hong Kong, and they wanted to expand into the Chinese market. It never really took off. So they kind of became a charter airline for some time, filling the gaps during COVID. Also did a bit of cargo, and now they're pretty much a leisure airline flying to all those holiday destinations. But the airline is in very deep troubles financially, so they could be grounded for good very soon if they don't find some fundings. And yeah, boarding in an hour, and then we are off to Mauritius.
Today's video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN, a must-have tool for any traveler and frequent flyer. By using a VPN, you surf the internet safe and anonymously, especially when using public Wi-Fi. And you get around censorship all around the world, whether you want to use Instagram in China, use WhatsApp calls in Dubai, or consume TikTok in India. Or watch adult movies in the Middle East. And it also works on all your devices, but let me show you my favorite perk. Finding cheaper flight deals by changing my IP address to a low-income country, saving me plenty of dollars every year. But also, as a huge sport fan, I can watch my favorite football team from all around the world or access different libraries on Netflix by using Surfshark VPN. So by using the link in the description box below or the code Josh Cahill, you will get 83% off plus 3 additional months for free. A great offer. Now, let's get back to a review.
Nous demandons aux passagers assis dans les rangées 27 à 42 de bien vouloir.
Hi, how are you?
Hello, bonsoir. Thank you.
And at this point, I was very much looking forward to experience Air Belgium's flagship, their brand new Airbus A330-900 Neo. So let's get on board.
How are you? Right at the end. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Hi.
And here we are, welcome on board Air Belgium's flagship. The cabin features 30 seats in business class, 21 in premium economy, and 235 in a 2-4-2 configuration in the back of the plane. The first impression was great. The cabin looked clean and tidy, and the crew was kind and engaging. But unfortunately, from here onwards, the experience wouldn't match the shiny interior.
So guys, and here we are, welcome on board the Neo in a 2-4-2 configuration, and each seat comes with a personal entertainment screen right in front of me. Doesn't look too busy, crew looks alright, and so far looks like a pretty neat and slick product. Legroom is okay, there's a blanket and a pillow already at my seat as well. So yeah, let's see how this is going to continue for the next, I think, 12 hours to Mauritius.
Loosely fastened throughout the flight when you are seated.
We were then pushed back for an on-time departure out of Brussels. The airline operates 2 weekly flights to Mauritius. Recently, they also started flights to Cape Town and Johannesburg in South Africa. Besides those, Air Belgium offers trips to the Caribbean. However, what I noticed is the hefty price tag on their flights, and this one alone cost me almost 900 euros, making it one of the most expensive economy flights I've ever paid for. So we will judge the airline based on their own evaluation. Two things I noticed right away was the dysfunctional Wi-Fi service and the poor quality headphones provided by the airline, which made it impossible to consume any of the in-flight entertainment. Plenty of passengers complained about this as well, so bear in mind to bring your own headphones when traveling on Air Belgium.
So, and here we are, a little bit over an hour into the flight, and the meal service hasn't started yet. So I thought I'm going to give you a new review here in the back of the Airbus. Looks clean, It's nice. It isn't the most spacious, to be honest, but yeah, no special amenities. But so far, it's still nice and clean. And when you spend 900 euros on an economy class flight, which is a lot, it comes with certain expectations, and they haven't been met yet, to be honest. Internet isn't working. Also, the audio of the in-flight entertainment is really, really poor, really bad. So you can't use that either. So bring your own headphones if you happen to travel Air Belgium. But yeah, I hope that the meal is going to be mind-blowing, so I get a little bit of a better impression of Air Belgium. But yeah, so far, don't really know what to make of it. But I'll give it a few more hours, and I'm gonna let you know throughout the flight. So 2 hours into the flight, I finally have a meal in front of me. I was gonna say a hot meal, but it's cold. It's literally cold. And I don't know whether that's due to the fact that the service took that long, or they just didn't heat the meal properly, which I rather think is the case, because that shouldn't be happening. On 400 flights in economy class, I've never had, like once I had a cold meal, and that was on Oman Air, because it took them 3 hours, but like this shouldn't be happening. So probably just gonna follow up with the crew and see maybe they can heat it and put it in the oven real quick, because it's like literally it's cold. And also the crew, and that can happen. Spilled water all over my camera gear and my sleeve, but that is totally fine. Happens to all of us. But yeah, with the meal, I don't know. And you call the cabin crew, and they just walk past. Called for a flight attendant like 10-15 minutes ago. Still nobody has arrived. No, I was just wondering, the meal is like cold.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
Okay, I
like
will change it.
like even the rice,
Oh,
like
okay.
it's like
Very sorry.
it's just really weird.
Oh, yeah,
Is it
it's definitely cold.
is it meant to be cold, or is it
No,
like
no,
I don't want to
it's not meant
complain?
to be cold. No,
All right,
of course
okay,
not.
okay,
I will
okay,
change
okay,
it
cool.
for sure. Probably this one should be hot.
All right.
Let me know.
Yeah, it's much better.
If it's not, just
No,
come
no,
back,
it's
okay?
all good. Thank you. So now it worked out. We have a hot meal in front of us. So we are like 2.5, almost 3 hours into the flight. My meal is still sitting there, and the crew is, still busy with the tea and coffee service. So everything is rather slow here on board. The crew is nice, but they seem a bit overwhelmed with the service, and I somehow have a feeling that they're traveling here with a minimum crew, so they aren't fully staffed. But I might be wrong. It just seems like it. There's not a lot of crew in the economy class cabin, but yeah. Also the meal, in terms of quality, rather underwhelming as well. So with that huge price tag, and I've checked a couple of other flights, they aren't cheap as an airline. Underwhelming.
Not being able to use the in-flight entertainment nor the internet, I tried to get a little bit of sleep and woke up in time for the breakfast service, which was another letdown. As you can see yourself, the meal was super dry and barely edible. Once again, a huge letdown. But luckily, we started our descent shortly after that into the paradise island of Mauritius. I feel like the airline does have a lot of potential, but seems to be lacking a skilled management. And the fact that they find themselves in such financial huge troubles stands testament to the experience I had on this flight.
welcome. As items may fall and cause injury, before leaving the aircraft, ensure that you take all your personal belongings with you.
All right, Anthony, enjoy your time in Mauritius, eh? Thank you, thank you. I will. Thank you so much, eh? See you guys, bye-bye. So, and here we are. Welcome to Mauritius. Nice to be back. And look at this beautiful Airbus A350 of Air Mauritius. So guys, welcome to Mauritius. I'm going to give you a full summary of today's flight once I am at the hotel. Still waiting for my bag, but I know my bag made it because I put a little air tag in there. So it says it's in Mauritius, which is good. And yeah, I'm going to fetch my bag and head to the hotel, and I'm going to give you a full summary of the Air Belgium economy class experience. It's a short drive, right?
Huh?
It's just nearby, right?
Yes, 3 minutes.
Oh, easy. Easy, easy. So guys, finally, after an 11-hour flight, I am at the hotel here in Mauritius. Only one night in Mauritius, and tomorrow I'll be flying to Reunion on Air Mauritius on the shortest Airbus A330-900 Neo flight in the world. And then the following day I take the longest A220 flight in the world from Reunion to Chennai. So subscribe right now if you don't want to miss out on those videos. To summarize my flight on Air Belgium, let's start with what I liked. The crew was really lovely, crew was really kind. They did a really good job to a certain extent, but what I didn't like is, first of all, the high price. Probably one of the most expensive economy class flights of all time, of 900 euros, quite expensive. In-flight entertainment wasn't working, the headphones were awful, so the audio was dreadful, you couldn't listen to anything. Then the in-flight Wi-Fi wasn't working either. Another problem, and served cold food, the quality of the food was dreadful. So if I compare what I've paid and what I got, it was rather underwhelming. And for that price tag, I wouldn't necessarily recommend Air Belgium. Though it's a beautiful hard product, but what do you do with it if half of the stuff doesn't work, right? And that was the issue. And yeah, also the service could have been a lot faster. It's an overnight flight, you want to maximize your resting time. So I see there's a lot of room of improvement, and I don't want to take anything away from the crew. They've been really lovely and very kind, but they also can perform a little faster, a little better, a bit more coordinated. That is my feedback. Other than that, here I am in Mauritius. If you want to support my work, check out my Patreon for some really cool extra perks. If you want to get my keyring or join my WhatsApp group, and yeah. Otherwise, subscribe, like, and let me know in the comment section below what you think of Air Belgium. This is it. I'm gonna get some sleep now.